welcome to the chaos. It is currently Thursday as I'm recording this, but this video is going to come out tomorrow. This will be my first Friday of the month video. I know you probably noticed that last month I did not have a video on the third Friday of the month, and I did post in my community tab. If anybody saw that, I don't know, but I was very sick at the beginning of September, and was laid out flat for a good while, and it kind of put me way behind on things that I needed to do. So by the time the end of the month came around and I was trying to market prep, and we had a family vacation planned that wound up being canceled, I just did not have the time. Just didn't have the time to try to make a video. So we're starting back up first Friday of the month this month, and this one's just going to be a chatty little vlog because I have a lot of stuff to catch you up on from the last couple of weeks. So if you want to grab a project, I am actually working on a couple of pumpkins right now myself. I'm putting some stems in these. And then I've got some stuff I want to show you, some pattern tests that I did, and some market prepping stuff that we're going to go over. So, but first, these pumpkins. So I made both of these pumpkins sort of in the beginning of September with just some yarn that had been like gifted to me. This blue one is the Wool Ease Thick and Quick, and I made Cameron's Cute Creations knobby pumpkin with it, with her little puff stitches or popcorn stitches. Those are popcorn stitches. And then I have this one, those yarn gifted to me at the same time, and it's that Walmart brand, the Mainstays, like super chunky yarn. It was too big even for my 9mm hook. Like, it was hefty. I actually had to finger crochet that pumpkin. And then they sat in my bag for a long time after that because I didn't have any cinnamon sticks to use as the stems. So I ordered, when we're in a spicy world, cinnamon sticks around from Amazon. Ooh, those smell good. So we're going to put some cinnamon sticks in here. Let me find, what size do I want? I might actually put two, because some of the bigger ones look like the middles fell out. It might still be nice, but it kind of makes it look like it's just a stick. So let's see. I need to find, I have some jute string somewhere too to tie little bows on with, so I need to find that somewhere to really finish these guys off. Oh, it's kind of nice the way it is. There's also this one. There's like two stuck together. Hold on. What is happening? There's like three stuck together. Okay, yeah, see? Here's what I mean, like these bigger ones. The middle curl is like falling out, so you have like this hollow piece, and then you've got this little middle curl piece. Doesn't it looks just more like a regular iconic sort of cinnamon stick if you leave the middle curl in. So maybe I'll just run a little line of hot glue down the middle of that and put the curl back in. So I did these two pumpkins while I was sitting in my weekly Forest County Farmers Market. That's the one that I told you guys about, that is an indoor market that I have a permanent booth in. And that one's still sort of under judgment for me. I haven't gotten many sales. I've gotten enough to justify, or to at least pay back, the monthly fee that I've been paying so far. But that's about where it stops. I have not been making any extra. But then again, it is also fall, which is not when you normally see like farmers at farmers markets with produce. So that may be why people are not going as much. They're anticipating the produce that won't be there until spring. So I'm kind of withholding my judgment for right now because of the season, and because I'm still covering the booth fee, so it's okay. They are going to be doing, there, that looks cute. They are going to be doing in November a fall market. We're still deciding on what day. We're all kind of voting on it. Let's see if I can get this one to fit in there. Ooh, that's too tight. That will be open to other vendors who aren't permanent vendors and have like booth spots outside and be more like a big event kind of a thing. So we may wind up, getting more sales with that, and maybe that one will be enough to justify sticking it out through the fall and winter when not as many people come because they're expecting farmers than to see what it's like in the spring. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Oh, thank you. Teenager just brought me some coffee. You're going to miss out on all the morning chaos because I tried to start this video with one of those cute little intros where you make their coffee and like you can see me making my coffee. I was in the middle of doing that, and I'd gotten mostly through it. It was filling up the water for the coffee carafe, and my kids were all in the kitchen too, just doing their thing, and I got bumped into one of them, I don't know, dropped the water carafe in my coffee pot and managed to break it. So if those sort of things are what you're looking for in a YouTube channel, cute little coffee making intros, you're on the wrong channel. I give up. I'm not doing those anymore. It's just not going to work out here. And if you hear any noise in the background, it's just family life. That's just what it is around here. And it's how we live, and that's what we do, and that's why we call it chaos. I'm going to put lots of glue on this stick and then shove it down in this pumpkin. Ow! Ouch! Y'all, the number of times I burnt myself on hot glue. This finger is now numb. Oh, I blistered it. Oh no. Okay, that's fun. Oh, that's fun. Okay, I'll have to put some aloe on that later. Ouch. Cute pumpkin though. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with hot glue and pumpkins. Ouchie. And then I just tried to rip the blister off because I thought it was the hot glue still stuck on my finger. So that really, really hurt. Okay, I'm going to unplug this now. I think we're done with this. No more of this. Okay, done. That task is over. Good. Good deal. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, ouch, at the beginning of the month, if you've watched my Instagram, you saw that I participated in a safety eye swap with another designer, Kelsey, over at Foxy Hook Creations. We had a third friend create the prompt for us, and so she pulled out a list of like crystals and gemstones that was going to be the special prompt for our safety eyes. Now, obviously, I don't have mine with me anymore because I sent them off, but if you go check out my Instagram, you can see the ones that I came up with. So we both used the same stones and just came up with different designs for those stones. So it's Prehnite, Prehnite is this first one, kind of a yellow green, and then Zoisite, which was like a purpley teal sort of color, Carnelian Agate, and she did the red pupils for this one and a couple others, so that's fun. She told me she was going to do that. I was going to have to come up with ways to use red pupils because I had told her that it was like, I've seen everybody using these like red pupiled eyes and I don't know what to do with them. Rhodonite is the other red pupiled one, and that pretty right there. And then Lightning Ridge Opal. Now for the opals, we had two to pick from, a Lightning Ridge Opal and a Mexican Opal. I chose the Mexican Opal for mine, so she went Lightning Ridge Opal. And it's gorgeous. I love the foils she used in that. I don't know what I'm going to use this eye for, but I'm excited to use it. And then Turquoise was the last one, which is just this lovely turquoise color. And the stone itself has sort of like white splotches in it, so my eye had white splotches. Oh, my finger really hurts. Okay, and then we each also sent each other a bonus set because, you know, that's what we do. So she sent me some that she called Purple Garnet. And look at those. I can get them in. Aren't they just beautiful? And these are great big eyes, 30 millimeter eyes. So I decided I'm going to use this Bernat Blanket Perfect Phasing Ombre Purple. And I'm going to make a Winnie the Dragon with these eyes. Do you think that would look spectacular together? I have a method. I've only done it once, but it worked out really well. I'm going to try it again, where I take the Winnie Dragon and I start at the head, and then I actually work the body pattern backwards. Like, it takes a little bit of mental gymnastics, but I work the entire body pattern completely reversed. And anytime there's like a bulk of rows of the same stitch count, like 5 rows of 36 or whatever, I don't think it ever gets quite that big, but you know what I'm talking about. I drop it down to like 3 rows. So the body is a little bit shorter, the tail is a little bit shorter, and it all works head to tail in one piece, which works really well for these perfect phasing ones. Ouch. Because then the colors just meld perfectly throughout, and you don't have a weird disconnect between the body and the head. So that's why I'm going to do it that way. Okay, so pattern tests. Let's talk about pattern tests next. So I've done several of them in the past couple of weeks. I got accepted to like 4, I think, pattern tests. Yeah, 4. I started off with a pattern test for Crochet by Jenna, and this pattern has been released. This is Dylan the Dino. Ooh, he's stuck in my bag. Dylan the Dino. And he turns out so precious. You have the option of 4 of these big spikes and then also 4 smaller spikes. But the way that I laid out the big spikes, there just didn't seem to be enough room to put the little spikes without it being really crowded. So I left them off. And then in the pattern, she has where you can work up the toe beans in a different color. So you can have a more pronounced toe bean. But since I was using this variegated color, I just thought it looked really cute to leave it as is because they were kind of popping out as different colors anyway. And then these little fluffy arms. The arms are crocheted into the round. You sew the head to the body, and you sew the legs on, and you sew the tail on, and you sew the spikes on. But it's all like simple sewing. It's not super complicated. I'm being crowned the pumpkin queen, it looks like. And then I made these gorgeous eyes for him. Aren't they pretty? I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to name these guys. Dragon's Horde was suggested to me, and I thought that was a good one. And then what else was suggested? I can't remember now. Darn. There was another one that was suggested that was really good. But I'm also thinking I've been reading a lot of ACOTAR, and I might name these for Riss. Maybe. Hold on just a moment. Sorry about that. A little bit was wanting to be on camera. Okay, so that was Dylan the Dino. He works up, I think, about an hour and a half. I have this all written down somewhere, but about an hour and a half for this guy. So really good working time, and he's quite large in Bernat Blanket and just super cute. Okay, so that was pattern test number 1. The next one that I did was actually for Poggy's Place, and it was her Little Critters Burrow Buddies pattern pack that just came out. I was specifically chosen to test the mice, and then we also helped out, my group also helped out on the toad. I don't think I have any of the mice right here in front of me to show you because they've already been to one market and back, so they're like mixed up in the market bags now. But I know I have a toad. Hold on. There's he is. So this is the toad from the Burrow Buddies pack. And he's really cute. I made this out of the same yarn as the Dylan Dino. I just finished out that skein, seeing how many of these toads I could make. And I think I got 4 maybe, or 5. I can't remember now. 4 or 5 of these little guys out of like a third of a skein of this same yarn, because this used up about 2/3 of it. So the remaining third went to these toads. And these little guys, just like all her little critters, work up really fast. It's a very simple body shape, and in each Burrow Buddy has just a few little details that change here and there to get your different creatures. So the basic body pretty much remains the same with across the board, basically, with the little critters. And then there's just like, she calls them ways to like dress them up, but there's like so many different little things that you can do to change up the basic shape to get a new critter. And they all take me about 15 minutes to make. They're super fast. So these are great little market makes. So that was pattern test number 2. Pattern test number 3 and 4 were both for the same creator. One is released as of this video, and one is to be released, has not been released yet. But she doesn't mind if we share our works. So the first one, you probably already seen on my Instagram, is Mew. And she is beautiful. You do have to do a good bit of sewing for this one, but it's not complex sewing. So you sew the ears on. The arms, I believe, were crocheted into the round. She's got some fuzz on her from being down in my project bag. You sew the tail on, and then also I had to tack my tail up along the back because in Bernat it's just really heavy. And it's got one of those bendable curling rods in it so that you can kind of shape it how you want. And that just adds to the weight. So Bernat plus curling rod equals heavy tail. So I had to tack it up a good bit. You sew the feet onto the thigh piece and then sew the thigh piece onto the body. So a little bit of sewing, but still all in all, minus the sewing, she only took me 2 hours to crochet all the pieces. And then the sewing itself was maybe 15 minutes. I mean, it really did not take long. And then she has my Andarna eyes, which are some of my favorites. I think these are gorgeous. I love these. So this was pattern test number 3. She turned out really great. And then again, and this was Foxy Hook. Fox and Faye. I have 2 friends with Fox in their Instagram handles. Fox and Faye on Instagram is who created that pattern and this next pattern test. And it is for Bulbasaur. Isn't he cute? And he's a pretty fast workup too. As you can see, I kind of sewed his head on a little bit tilted, so he's kind of looking at you like, huh? But he's super cute, and this is actually the pattern for both Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. I tested the Bulbasaur bulb. The body and the head are the same, and then the bulb is different. And you sew the ears on. You make the head as one separate piece, so the head then gets sewed onto the body. The bulb is separate, gets sewed onto the body. Then the body is worked. You make each leg and then work it into the body and work up. So it's a really smooth transition. Like you can't even tell where those legs were connected. It works up really fantastically. Very good pattern. And I hand painted some Bulbasaur eyes because he's got sort of these reddish orange eyes. I just threw these together. I don't have a specific color name or anything for those, but I did write down what I did so I could copy it again. So that's it for pattern tests. Let's see. Let me put these back. So then the other thing that I've been spending a lot of my time on is market prepping. Lots and lots and lots of market prepping. So I do have 2 pumpkin patch markets coming up. One this weekend, so it'll start the Saturday, the day after this video goes up, and Sunday, the 2-day. And then the next weekend is another 2-day pumpkin patch. So I'm anticipating, hold on a moment. I need a sip of coffee. My voice is going. I am anticipating quite a few kids, lots of kids. I'm also anticipating that because it's lots of kids and they're already going to be paying like an entry fee to have fun at the pumpkin patch, and then possibly having to purchase an extra pumpkin. That depends on the patch, whether the pumpkin comes with your entry fee. So but the parents are not going to be wanting to then turn around and buy like a $35, $45 plushie. Some of them might, but I'm thinking the majority of my sales are probably going to be in the under $20 mark. So I wanted to make sure I had a ton of those. And I've also been trying to kill off like some little skeins, like little half skeins, 1/3 skeins, little balls hanging around that I just wasn't sure what to do with. So these are not going to be in the order that they were made because they're all just kind of, let me show you if I can lift it up. They're all just kind of piled like one of those big giant Joanne craft bags. They're all just kind of piled in there. So I'm going to have to just pull them out and show you as we find them. And I'm going to do my best to try to keep them sort of together with like when I put them all together. So this is one of the more recent ones, was 5 seals, and almost all of these are going to be Poggy's Place critters. So if it's not Poggy's Place, I'll let you know, but all the rest of them are Poggy's Place patterns, if you're wanting to know. So I started off with, not started off, but we're starting off with this little seal. And I had like a third of a skein left of one of those perfect phasing ones that was like a purple to gray tone. So I just decided to see how many I could get out of that. So here's 2 of them. See if I can find, nope, that's not a seal. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're all mixed together. And it doesn't help that I've dug through the bag a couple times to find things. So there's 3. I think I have 5 seals. I think I have 5. Here's 4. Those are other things. My cat is climbing around on my table, and I don't know what he's doing. Is that a seal? That's not a seal. Okay, well, we may find... Oh, here he is. He was the lightest one. Okay, so there we go. 5 seals. Let's just toss them in the chair behind me. I'm going to run out of room. They're all going to fall out, but that's okay. 5 seals. And then I've been also working on the Crochet Timber, Crochet Tober prompts by Eclectic Scribbles, just for fun and because I'm prepping anyway. So day 1 was Fluffy. So this one is not a Poggy's Place pattern. This was My Universe _64's little loaf cat. You can't hardly even tell it's a cat because I used this fluffy fur yarn, but I did that. And it's the same size as these guys, so it's going in the bag with these guys. I did another challenge kind of for myself yesterday with one of these ombre skeins in this color gray to see how many little critters I could get out of this gray blend. So I got a bat, another bat, spider, 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 spider. So that's 2 bats, 4 spiders, 2 kittens, and these are from the Sweet Spellcasters bundle. These are they're black cats, but I just didn't do color changes. And then I embroidered little details. 2 kittens and 2 cauldrons, and I put stress balls in these guys. Little Witch's Brew cauldrons from Halloween pack. No, that was also from the Sweet Spellcasters pack. And then I managed to complete one body of one more bat, and he needs to be, I got to close him up and get his ears and wings on him. I had 3 of those. So here's the second one. And it happened to have like the same color closest to the outside. So I'll be able to do the ears and wings on this guy without it being too drastic of a difference. So that'll finish off. So that was almost 11 little buddies from one of those skeins, from a 300-gram skein of burnout blanket. Okay. So then the rest of these were just kind of made in batches. I did some penguins. So I have 5 in purple tones. And I was just kind of killing off all the little purples, like just the little loose purples that I just have all over the place. Okay, so that's 4 so far of purple. There's another purple one in here somewhere. Here he is. Purple. So these are penguins, little critters penguins. So 5 in purple, 5 in pink tones. Getting rid of some of this spare pink that I have. I killed off a lot of skeins doing this so far. Yeah, it was just 4. Did I not show 5? The 5th one might be buried. I know I got 5 of each color. And I did 5 blue teal toned ones. So that's 15 total penguins that I have done for market prep. I did 5 little piggies in various colors of pink. Again, just trying to kill off skeins. Oh, here's the missing pink penguin. I knew I had 5 of them. Here's another pig. And here's another pig. Okay, so far, those have all been Poggy's Place, other than that one loaf cat. The rest of these, oh yeah, toads. Here's the rest of those toads from killing off the rest of that skein. So that's 3 of those guys. 3 little toads. Plus the one I showed you before, and I think there might be another one buried in here, but wait, I think I found him. He's way down at the bottom. Is that it? Yeah. So he's upside down. 4 toads. That's 4 toads. Yeah. Yeah, 4 toads. 4 toads out of a third of a skein. Okay. So then the rest of these are not Poggy's Place patterns, I think. So starting with these guys, I did the cable and canvas popping mushrooms, and I did 20 of these, and it was more than I needed to do all in one go because I kind of got tired. I did them in batches, like I did all the caps and then I did all the bodies, and when it came time to do all the bodies, I was like, I'm so done making mushrooms. I don't want to see another mushroom again for as long as I live, but I got 20 of them done, so hopefully that'll be enough to see me through the 2 markets. So I did purples, and I think I have 4 colors. I think I have like 5 each of 4 colors. Pink and teal and classic red. I think that's it. Purple, pink, teal, classic red. 4 colors, 5 each. The pink was another one of those color phasing ones, so a couple of the pinks came out in different color variations, which was interesting. So that was 20 mushrooms. And then I also did, let me pull way down here at the beginning of the bag. And those are the cable and canvas, is what those are. And I also did 20 ducks and hats. And I cannot remember off the top of my head the name of the designer. It's a free Instagram pattern, so I'll have that written down here on the bottom somewhere, and if it's not on my spreadsheet already, my Google Docs, then it will be. But the pattern itself, this is the original ducky in a frog hat, or chick in a frog hat, ducky, chick, I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. And she says you can put eyes in the baubles, but I just opted not to. I thought it was really cute without. And then I just made the hat for all the rest of them and skipped the bauble stitches. Just put a regular single crochet where the bauble stitches had been, in different colors to create different varieties of hats. So we have 5 froggy hat chicks. I'm running out of room in my chair. We have 5 mushroom hat chicks. We have 5 strawberry hat chicks. And 5 pumpkin hat chicks. So 20 chicks with different hats. For some reason, these didn't hit me as hard as doing the 20 mushrooms. 20 chicks was easier for me than 20 mushrooms. And I think it might be because of the slight variation to the pattern, because you have to chain out at one point to do the little wings and switch colors to do baubles for the feet. So it was like enough of a difference, I think, that it wasn't as monotonous to me as the mushrooms were. The mushrooms were getting me. They were just getting me. And it could also be that I did these first and then did the mushrooms. And so like it was just a buildup of monotony. And by the time I got to the mushrooms, it was too much. I don't know. But so I got 20 little chicks. I'm not going to pull them all out of the bag because I just don't have room in my chair. Okay. I also made, and these are just kind of random. This is another free Instagram pattern that I'll show below. A couple little dinos. I think I have 2 of these. I was just killing off the last of this multicolored skein on a variety of things. So I did 2 dinos. Here's the other one. 2 dinos with that skein. And I did a tiny baby narwhal. This is the All From Jade baby whale pattern. And then she has another Instagram post that shows how to turn it into a narwhal or into a killer whale, I think is the other one, an orca. Yeah, so I did the baby narwhal in that rainbow colored skein, and that's Big Twist Plush is that one. And I don't remember the colorway name, maybe Sherbert or something like that. Let me see. So I did 1 baby narwhal. I did 2 dinos. And then to finish the last little bit of that skein, yeah, I'm not seeing anything else in here. Finish the last little bit of that skein, because I only had a teeny tiny bit left. I made an itty bitty ice cream cone, and I just freehanded this. And then the only other thing that I've done so far for market prep is, ouch, my finger still hurts. Soot Sprite keychains. And I think these turned out pretty cute. And I do want to make more of these. I've just been caught up doing other things, and so I haven't made them yet. But I have, oh, it's way over there. I have a skein of Bernat Fluffy, the new Bernat Fluffy yarn that I bought specifically for these guys because I wanted to see how it worked up, and I thought it would be good for keychains because it's sort of like a chunky acrylic. So I think it would also make really good pumpkins if you're looking for a good chunky acrylic for those kind of pumpkins. And it did work up really good for these guys. It's kind of stretchy. So, and it's got a kind of a silky softness to it. So it's not as rough on your hands as like some of the cheaper acrylics can be. And I think I used a 5mm hook for these guys, and I just freehanded them. I think I did. I think I started with an 8 magic ring, did 2 rows of increases, and then went around like 3 times and then decreased. So it's just a sphere shape, and then I just added the arms and legs by chaining out and slip stitching back where I felt like I wanted them. So it's nothing extraordinary or groundbreaking. Once I get back into making a few more of these, because I do want some more of them, I may write down what I'm doing and I can post it up on my Instagram as a free pattern if y'all want. The only other thing I did like different with these as opposed to other kinds of plushies is that I got these little star pony beads, and I ordered them on Amazon, but you might be able to find them at like Hobby Lobby or some other kind of craft store. And I strung them onto the yarn before I started crocheting. So 4 beads per Soot Sprite. So you just string on your 4 beads first, and you just leave it kind of pushed along the yarn until you get to the place where you want to put it. So I crocheted like this stitch, for example, and then I was like, okay, we're on like the head part. I want to have these stars in kind of a bundle here. So I pushed 1 star in and then crocheted and did the next single crochet like past the star. So I pushed the star past where my hook was and crocheted around it basically, and then did the same thing for the second one. Then I did on the next row, I did the third one so that it would line up sort of in the middle with the other 2. And this one I did the same thing. When I got to the end of the chain, I pushed the star down this string onto the end of his hand, and then slip stitch back down. So the pony beads are all crocheted in. They're all firmly attached. So they're not going to come off. Like if you pull real hard, you're going to deform your plushie, obviously, because it's pulling on the yarn, but it's not going to just rip off like things that are hot glued on might do. So they're a good bit more secure. Now the googly eyes are just hot glued on, so kids could rip them off. But I wasn't anticipating these being for like little babies, and so they're keychains. They're just cute little keychains. So I really like how those turned out. So that's been the bulk of my last 2 weeks. Is I have been market prepping like crazy. I have been making these little guys like crazy. I've also had a couple of custom orders come in that I worked on. I had a couple of Bluey orders that I did before our vacation week that had got canceled. Sorry, I'm putting away things as I chat. And I got a Bluey order right before our vacation time to make a Bluey with a port wine stain birthmark that was to match the little girl that was to be the recipient of that particular Bluey. So I was really excited about that one. I had a wonderful time making that one. It was so nice working with the mom of the little girl to make sure it was exactly right. And I had there's another one of those burnout blankets. I don't know if it was a phasing or an ombre, but it had exactly the right color of kind of reddish pink, mauve kind of color in it for the birthmark. And the mom was so excited when she saw that. So I got the birthmark done like where the eye patch would be on Bluey's face, and she loved it. And I got it shipped off, and it's now reached its home. And she messaged me back again. She's so sweet. Messaged me back again to let me know that it had got there safe and that it was just as good as she hoped it would be. And it was just really nice to see that. And then I woke up this morning to another Bluey order. Everybody likes the Blueys. So I've got another Bluey to make, and this one is going to be shipped to Australia. One of the ones of the last bundle that I had was shipped to England. So this is crazy. It's my second international order, which is really exciting. Really, really exciting. I have really got to get a map where I can mark off where these things are going. I just need a map where I can put little star stickers on or something to show where all of my little Blueys and other custom orders are going. I also got a custom order yesterday for some of my eyeballs, some of the Light Fury and Night Fury eyeballs. So I've got to make those this week, and I've got to make Bluey this week and get all that shipped off where it goes. I'm going to start on all that after my pumpkin patch, because the pumpkin patch is the big thing coming up. It's coming up in just a couple days. So that's what I've been doing. And that's my prep. So other than the little buddies, now I haven't added up the monetary totals for these guys yet. I'm still deciding if I'm going to do 12 on these guys or 15 on these guys. I really need to plug them in. I know how long they take me, but I haven't taken the time to sit down and weigh any of them and see how much material they're using and all that kind of stuff. So I need to plug them into my yarn calculator and work all that up and just see what the, like the bare minimum cost is on those so I can make a more informed decision on what their market price should be. So I haven't added those into my total, but without those, I'm sitting right at about $7,000 in inventory. So I'm hoping that it'll see me through the next 2 pumpkin patches. Because I do have a couple more markets. I have another 2-day market in November and a holiday market in November, or two holiday markets in November. So I'm hoping I have enough inventory to see me through all 4 of these large markets. 4, 5, might be 5. I have a lot of markets coming up, and I need this 7,000 to like stretch. I mean, I'm going to be adding to it as I go, but I definitely don't want to run out before I get to those end markets. So that's where I'm at right now. I hope you've enjoyed this chattier style video, and seeing all the little things that I've been making. And if you haven't gone to look at the Boggy's Place patterns yet, you should, because they're amazing. They're really, really good for markets. And I know she does hers in like mystery boxes and sells a ton. A ton. They're great for mystery boxes. They're great for market prep. They're so fast to work up, and you can work up a ton of them at a go. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys had a project going. Let me know in the comments what you were working on while we chatted and what kind of markets you're excited for coming up. And if you have any other suggestions for upcoming videos, things you'd like to see, like I could record the process of making that Winnie if you want to see me. It probably wouldn't be very chatty unless I did a voiceover, but just maybe I'll make a short out of it. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you want to see. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys next time.